All right, so as you can see, 600 across the two accounts. This one's just a new eval because I was kind of getting prepared for these to lose, so trying to start this up. So this is only like 1200 really, but this kind of skews it. And yeah, this is technically the biggest day on this channel because normally whenever I'd have a 2-hour trade, it'd just be like a loss before that, so it'd be like a 1-hour recap. But today we finally got 2, so let's go over the charts. So I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of coping. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh, I needed a target today, so I'll turn my VHS back on, just because otherwise I think he was like in thin air, like there's nothing to target. So I turned it back on for today, targeting this all-time high. Of course, as usual, newer session looked like it was gonna be shit because there was some random expansion beforehand. I think it was a Trump tweet. Yeah, obviously the daily is pretty straightforward. Close to draw. We've had, I don't know, at this point, like 10 green days in a row. Like, it's crazy. Low a day is 2200. And there's an SMT there. It's not really high probable. It doesn't really matter because when I come to the charts, we're already all the way up here. So, right, you can obviously assume that it's going to be a continued expansion day. Even if London session looks relatively small compared to this random mass pump. So I actually let the whole open pass because to start out we had this 30-minute gap, but every single asset traded into it. I'm pretty sure. So I wasn't actually watching ES really. I usually never do that closely. So yeah, I guess that actually the first 15 minutes was open. There was an SMT fill, which I didn't even see. So I was kind of just waiting. I let the whole hour pass, and I wanted 10 o'clock to fill the gap on NQ, though it was pretty far away. And then actually some of my Discord buddies, they were, at least one of them, he showed like a trade that he lost during the open. I was like, there's no actual setup. But then I went to the charts and I saw there was a 2-stage SMT with ES. So as you can see, this 915 low, which is a fair value gap on the 30-minute, I think. Right. Initially, we didn't trade into it. We left basically one tick failure swing. Right, while NQ traded into it, and then the next candle, ES swept out this low, while NQ left a failure swing. So my friend got stopped out on this strength switch, basically. I think he had his stop loss on like the body. So yeah, it was like something like this. Stop loss is right here. He got wicked out. All right. Where if he had it down here, it would have been safe, but that's just how the market is sometimes. And if you're only looking at micros, you won't even see it really because you might not even know for sure because ES left equal lows, not even a tick failure swing, so you might have trouble with that. But yeah, so I saw that pretty late, so obviously just went to the lower time frame. I saw we have this CSD, and we're pretty close to all-time high, so I just set a limit. I got in on this candle. I think I saw it when we were like around here, so I was like 10 minutes after the 10 o'clock open or something like that, 6 to 10 minutes. And I basically just 1550. This is my original entry. I literally just put the stop on this wick to the all-time high, and I can get 2R with 2 contracts. So I just did this and left it here. We did end up triggering me. When we were like around here, I was thinking I might as well just move my stop loss to here actually, because this is technically an opposing candle, and on the 1 minute, it's even clearer. All right, it's a decent range of bodies into this nice retracement, so I should have put it here. And when I did that, I realized I was technically a little bit under risk because I could have used 3 contracts. I was only in 2 at the time, so I just waited for this to CSD over, then I add 1 more contract, which moved my average fill up to here. And then my stop, I trailed it to here for the new invalidation. And then, yeah, we just rode it up to all-time high. It started edging over here and just jerking. And after, like, was this 12 minutes? I was just like, all right, it's only like an extra $150 for me, so I didn't even bother. And I just took it off here at like 2R, right? You see I'm up like 605, so I just did that. And yeah, you can see we're still jerking. We still have not hit the all-time high on the minis. And then, yeah, just like execution, there's not really much to it. I mean, I kind of went over all of it, but you see kind of a random low. It was SMT fell on the 15-minute, which I guess I forgot to show. All right, this is a fair value gap on NQ and on all the other assets. And it ended up being a two-stage PSP because we have the SMT failed and this also closes a bearish candle. All right, so we have that. We get an immediate profit pretty much. We do have the SMT with obviously this high just because YM and ES are just super strong, but I mean, they're just infinitely pumping. NQ's still pumping even though it's the weakest asset right now, so I figured it would break the SMT and go to all-time high, at least with the BHS on. So, all right, just keep on the trade, check some other stuff. Yeah, then here I'm pyramiding. Once I don't even know if we close over or not, really, but I was like, it's obviously gone up enough. It's pretty safe that this low should be the new stop loss. So I'm in here, new average fills here. And then we got to the recent leg high. Kind of contemplating if I should partial or not. Right. But then I think so let's check my P&L. I'm scrolling too fast. So I'm not even up to our P&L wise. So I decided since I'm under risk, it's not really valid to partial unless I took like 1 or 2 off at 2R just for no reason. Like when I got to 600. So I decided just to hold it. And it did end up pumping like pretty soon afterwards. Right. Then we just start edging this shit. And yeah, at that point, I'm just like, all right, we're in this gap. We do trade out of it and reject it, but then we still can't push higher. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to measure out where 2R is, and I just move my TP there. I got taken out. So yeah, that is the trade. This will probably hit. If it actually came down to break even, that'd be crazy. Because I don't know, if my accounts didn't need the money so bad, I might have actually like held it all the way. But yeah, it's a pretty good trade, I would say. It's not ideal just because of how high in the daily range it is. But right, you can, with the draw so close in the two-stage string switch, like, and YM just relentlessly moving higher, it's fine to take in my opinion. Maybe with lower risk, depending on the trader, but yeah, that's the trade recap. Now I have 1,300 on this, a drawdown on this account. This one's at 1,200. This is a fresh one, so it's still at max drawdown, and I'm underneath the consistency rule because I did risk an extra contract on this. I had it set to 1.5, so I probably took the move with like 4 contracts or something like that. Maybe even 5, but yeah, so good trade. Finally got one. I've been struggling this week. We've been consolidating the whole time, well, for the most part. And today it's just an infinite pump, and I didn't really know how to navigate it. I almost missed this, but I mean, after seeing the SMT and then the expansion away, I'm like, okay, it's probably valid. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't catch the trade, it's fine. But yeah, that's the recap. It's to end the week. Yesterday was a really bad day, and I bet I'm still like negative on the week. Yeah, so yesterday just set me back. If this was like a normal like minus 600, even the minus 700, then I'd be up for the week, but this set me back. So I'm down for the week, only 100, but it's also not really because the drawdown got a lot smaller than when I started off the week, I'm pretty sure. So the trailing drawdown is kind of making it a little bit harder, but to be honest, I'd trade the same either way. So it is what it is. Hopefully Monday's clean. I can get something nice. And yeah, see you next week.